Alright, hey guys, it's Scissors. Welcome to the Pagan Perspective. Today is Friday, and this week we are talking about gardening. Our first question comes from Woodwife Green, and they're saying that they're getting ready to start planting some of their garden and wanted to know about gardening rituals. Well, I don't know about any, or I haven't done any, full rituals just for gardening, but there's a lot of folklore about gardens and things that you can do to magically push along your garden. The first that I can think of, and this is from Scott Cunningham's book, or Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs, and that is to never plant your own sage. Sage is supposed to be associated with luck, and apparently if you plant sage on your own property, it runs out of luck and it doesn't work very well and it probably dies. Most people that I've known who have tried to grow sage say that their sage died. So you're supposed to find a stranger to plant it for you. You can enlist the help of fairies in your gardens by having a small area in your garden where you put offerings of milk and honey for the fairies, and that way they will watch after your plants. Can bury quartz crystals around the perimeter or one in the middle, or put a quartz crystal in your garden to guard the garden from ground pests and to enrich the soil. And another thing that you can do, since it's almost Astara, actually Astara's in a couple days, you can bless your seeds before you plant them, or ritually plant them in the body of your ritual. Our second question comes from Jeffrey Stone, and he wanted to know about the magical property of herbs and where they come from. He says, aloe is good for burns and cuts because of the chemicals in it, but why is rosemary good for purification? Does this take into account auras of the plant or something someone meditated on and decided? This has always bothered me. I have always explained it as the energy of the plant, but I'm not sure. Well, yes. It does take into account the energy of the plant, because the energy of the plant is created by what it's made up of, kind of. So, as we all know, I'm assuming at this point, because I say it an awful lot, everything is made up of its own energy. So, the energy of an aloe plant is completely different from the energy of me. So, that plant has different associations than I do, I guess. So, the medical properties and the physical properties, generally from what I've seen, and the historical significance of plants, often translates into their magical purposes, because the way they work in magic is that we have associations with them and their energy, and that is often what their associations are based off of. So, aloe, as we all know, is a healing plant. That's because aloe is used to heal burns and cuts. Also, it is a protective plant. It is lined with two nice little rows of pointy spikes, giving it self-protection. Cacti are also protective plants. I would call pine trees a protective plant. Actually, I think they are listed under protection. But, so, that takes into account the physical properties often go into what the magical properties are. As for rosemary, I did look this up. Rosemary does kill bacteria, and it is I can't read my own handwriting. It kills bacteria, it is a preservative, and it is a digestive aid. It's a decongestant, which could link to its connection with sleep, because, if you're all congested, then you drink a cup of tea, and then you go to bed, and then you're good. So, then there's that. Apples are a really good example of this. Apples are known for love, healing, and immortality for the most part. They say, eat an apple a day, and it keeps the doctor away. Associated with love through Venus, who had something to do with the golden apple. Locke, do you want to explain that one? Locke, just explain apples really quickly, because I don't remember You just have to say it loud. Daniel, go ahead.
Alright, so... Hello there.
This is my friend Daniel.
Otherwise known as the Fuzz. The connection to apples tends to be that the goddess Eris gave the 3 golden apples to Hera, Venus, and a third goddess that I can't remember offhand. And Athena. Thank you. Those were offered, and Aphrodite, Venus's, was chosen, thus kicking off the events that started the Trojan War.
And then something happened with Venus giving someone from Atlantis 3 golden apples?
Aphrodite gave... No, not Atlantis.
I don't remember what you said.
Gave the guy who was in love with Atlanta 3
Okay.
golden apples in a way to win her in a foot race against her. Because she stopped to pick up the apples.
Okay.
Because she was compelled to.
And...
Also, Venus, the planet, is shaped like a circle, and apples are also circles. I found this out all by myself.
Thank you.
Glad I can help you with that.
Yup. So, the magical associations we have for plants come from a lot of different places, whether it be from color, or historical events, or mythology, or their physical and chemical properties. A lot of people have different associations for different plants. Like, I don't use pine in the same way that other people use pine, and I don't use apples in the same way that other people use apples. So it really depends what tradition you're following and what associations you yourself have for things, because we all see things in a different way, and if I'm going to use a plant in a way that I don't believe it is associated with the meaning that I'm trying to use, then it's not going to work. So create your own associations if you don't agree with what you read, and do a lot of research. Finding out the history of plants is great fun, and I hope you guys have lots of fun with your gardens and herbal stuff that you're doing, and which love and blessed be. Bye.